I had a weekend of paranormal phenomena. Nothing too crazy, but it freaked me out quite a bit. Firstly, I switched on a light using telekinesis. I just got out of the shower and was in the kitchen half naked. I went to turn on the light, and the switch flicked itself when I was about 2 m away. I was just walking towards it, extending my arm when it switched. My whole body went cold. Hair standing up. It was very strange. As stated, I was half naked, so I felt even more vulnerable and strange. I tried to replicate it. Maybe the switch was already balanced and creaking floorboards set it off. I had parquet in that flat. No, this is not possible. I think 2 nights later I woke up and my bed was shaking, vibrating like those things you get in airports. Maybe I imagined that is the only rational explanation, like a night terror dream. Then I found in the bathroom my clothes I had been wearing that I had just thrown in the corner. They were all soaking wet. I smelled them. I hadn't been sleepwalking and peed on them. There wasn't a leak anywhere that spilled water on them. Some sleepwalking would be my rational explanation for that. I was exhausted that weekend due to cross-country skiing at a time when I wasn't sporty at all. Maybe it made me do strange things or imagine things. But it is not typical of me to sleepwalk or to black out temporarily, so as to turn on a light without realizing it. That part was real, I am absolutely sure. After some time feeling weirded out, I thought I had a guardian angel and tried to coax it out some more, but nothing else happened. Not really so creepy, but it certainly opened my eyes a bit. A few years ago, I lived in an old studio apartment above a bar. One night, I had a friend over, and we were up late talking about ghost stories. He told me about some creepy experiences he had ghost hunting at abandoned asylums and such. He left around 3 a.m., and I tried really hard to go to sleep. I was still a little spooked and laid awake focusing hard on the ceiling lamp when suddenly I heard the ball chain click and the light turned itself on. I have never been so scared of a light turning itself on. That doesn't just happen, right? I called my friend instantly, and we talked on the phone for a bit, but I was too freaked out to turn the light off or try to sleep. Eventually, as it started to get light out, the ceiling lamp clicked back off. Nothing like this ever happened before or after this. The building was old, and there were a lot of weird noises there, but this was an isolated incident. Eventually, I moved due to a rat infestation that didn't affect any of the other units and apparently disappeared as soon as I moved out. A friend of mine eventually moved into the unit. She lived there for a year before I see her one day, looking a little freaked out. I ask what's up, and she explains that a detective came around wanting to take photos of the layout of the place. I guess 15 years ago, there was a rape/murder of a child in the apartment, and the guy who did it was up for parole. She was already freaked out by learning about the history of the place. I didn't want to make it worse by telling her it was also